Are you living by your values or chasing approval? Have you ever asked yourself, who am I when no one is watching? What drives your choices, truth or the approval of others? When life gets heavy, do you rise with strength or sink in doubt? If these questions strike a chord in you, you're in the right place. This isn't just about motivation, it's about transformation through Stoic discipline and inner mastery. Before we go any further, take a moment to subscribe to this channel. If you're committed to becoming the best version of yourself, not tomorrow but starting now, this journey is yours to walk. Join us. 1. Mastering the one thing you truly control. Life is a whirlwind of circumstances. Traffic jams make us late. Weather ruins our plans. People disappoint, economies shift, and relationships falter. No matter how carefully we design our lives, external events often slip beyond our control. That unpredictability can be frightening, unless we anchor ourselves in something solid, something unshakable. This is where Stoicism offers its most profound insight. While the world sways, there is one thing that always belongs to you. Your inner world. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, ruled one of the greatest empires in history. Yet he never lost sight of a simple truth. You cannot control events, but you can control how you respond to them. He once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Your thoughts, your reactions, your choices, these are yours and yours alone. Why does this matter? Because most of our suffering doesn't come from events themselves. It comes from our resistance to them. A flight delay becomes unbearable not because it lasts hours, but because we rage against it. A breakup devastates us not only due to loss, but because we dwell on what might have been. The Stoics teach us to step back from that internal drama and recognize that freedom begins the moment we take responsibility for our reactions. Let's say someone insults you. You can let anger take over and respond with rage. Or you can pause, examine your thoughts, and choose a calmer, more composed response. This is not weakness, it's power. You are mastering yourself. And when you master yourself, the world cannot break you. This is not suppression of emotion, it is understanding emotion. Anger, sadness, frustration, they arise and that's natural. The difference lies in whether we let them dominate us or observe them with wisdom. The Stoics didn't believe in becoming cold robots. They believed in clarity, in strength, in choosing the higher path, even when emotion pulls us the other way. In practical terms, this philosophy is about daily decisions. You don't need a throne to practice Stoicism. When your coworker acts selfishly, when the store is out of your favorite item, when your plans fall apart, these are all opportunities. Each moment offers a choice: react automatically or respond intentionally. When you develop the habit of governing yourself, your impulses, your judgments, your attention, you become a person of integrity. You stop chasing control over others and focus on shaping the one thing that's always in reach: your own character. This inner stability becomes a lighthouse when storms rage. People may betray you. Life may bring loss. But if you are anchored internally, you can withstand the winds. You don't shatter, you adapt, you remain true to your values. So when life feels chaotic, return to this truth. The world may be outside your hands, but your mind is not. Practice choosing your response moment by moment. Build that inner fortress. Because when everything else feels uncertain, the self-governed soul remains free. 2. The gift of hardship. It's natural to crave comfort. We all want ease, rest, and stability. The dream of a life without pain is appealing. No stress, no conflict, no failure. But while comfort may feel good in the short term, it rarely molds us into strong, wise individuals. The Stoics saw this clearly. To them, hardship wasn't an obstacle, it was a forge. Just like iron becomes a sword through fire and hammering, the human spirit becomes resilient through trials. Adversity refines us. Think of your greatest lessons. Did they come from smooth days or from struggle? Often, it's pain that teaches us the most. Failure humbles us. Loss deepens our understanding. Challenges force us to grow. While ease may feel good, it doesn't demand anything from us. But hardship, it calls something out of us that we didn't know we had. Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, taught that the key to life was not avoiding hardship but using it. Difficulties are things that show a person what they are, he said. Hardship is not punishment, it is opportunity. So how do we approach adversity with this mindset? We begin by asking a simple question. What is this moment trying to teach me? Instead of seeing problems as curses, see them as instructors. A conflict at work can teach patience. A financial setback can reveal creativity. Illness can teach appreciation for health and time. Of course, this doesn't mean we enjoy suffering, but we respect it. We allow it to do its work in us. Instead of breaking down, we stand up. Instead of feeling victimized, we grow wiser. It's like physical training. No athlete becomes stronger by sitting on the couch. Muscles grow through resistance. Likewise, mental and emotional resilience grows when we endure, when we choose to keep moving forward, even when the path is steep. In modern society, comfort is abundant. We have technology, entertainment, instant gratification. But these luxuries often make us mentally soft. They teach us to avoid discomfort at all costs, yet the cost of avoidance is growth. Every time we shrink from a challenge, we forfeit a chance to become more. So if you're going through something hard right now, don't ask, why me? Ask, what strength can I develop from this? You may not be able to change the situation, but you can decide who you become because of it, because in the fire of adversity, the weak complain, but the strong are forged. 3. Build a character that doesn't crumble. In a world obsessed with status, wealth, and likes, we often forget what truly lasts. Power fades, fame evaporates, bank accounts rise and fall, but character, that's eternal. Who you are matters, more than what you have. The Stoics were clear on this. Your true worth is not measured by your achievements or possessions, but by your virtue, your courage, justice, temperance, and wisdom. These are qualities that no one can take from you. They're the foundation of a life well lived, but character isn't built overnight. It's constructed through daily choices, small decisions made with integrity. When fear whispers, courage stands firm. When shortcuts promise ease, justice holds the line. When distractions scream for attention, discipline remains focused. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This is the Stoic challenge. Don't talk about virtue, live it. This means being honest when it's easier to lie. Being kind when it's easier to be indifferent. Being strong when it would be simpler to give up. Each act may seem small, but over time they form a life of substance. The beauty of building character is that it doesn't depend on external approval. You don't need applause to be just. You don't need wealth to be wise. You can live with integrity whether you're a janitor or a CEO. Because true character shines from within. And when life throws its inevitable storms, loss, failure, betrayal, it's not your status that will keep you standing. It's your virtue, your internal compass, your ability to look in the mirror and know you stayed true to what matters. So ask yourself daily, what kind of person am I becoming? Are my actions aligned with my values? Am I living in a way that I would respect in someone else? The world is Noisy, tempting you to chase things that won't last, but character that endures. It's your legacy, and it's yours to build, one choice at a time. 4. Rise with purpose, not popularity. In today's world, where digital validation often feels like a currency, it's easy to mistake popularity for purpose. A photo shared online can generate hundreds of likes in moments. A viral video can make someone a household name overnight. But beneath the applause and emoji reactions, there's an important question most people forget to ask themselves. What am I really living for? You scroll through your feed and see others being celebrated for curated moments, catchy sound bites, or stylish aesthetics. And while there's nothing inherently wrong with being appreciated, the danger lies in becoming addicted to it. Living for likes, retweets, and praise can slowly erode your sense of self. The applause becomes a drug, and soon your choices are no longer rooted in who you are, but in what you think others want to see. But here's the truth: authenticity is louder than approval. People may not always cheer for someone who walks their own path, but they respect those who do. Stoicism reminds us that the only approval that truly matters is our own, our alignment with our values, our principles, and our inner compass. Marcus Aurelius never asked Rome to like him. He asked himself if his actions were just, wise, and true. That's where real power lives. Living for others will exhaust you. Think about it. You're constantly shifting, bending, and adjusting just to fit into a mold someone else created. It's a game you can't win. One day they'll love you, the next they won't. But when you live for your purpose, when you wake up each morning with clarity about your mission, something changes. You stop chasing and start building. You stop reacting and start leading. Ask yourself, what do I stand for? What legacy am I building when no one's watching? These are not easy questions, but they're essential. They push you inward, where real growth happens. Purpose isn't flashy. It often starts quietly, in the decisions you make when nobody is around, in the work you put in when no one is cheering. It's in the integrity of your actions and the consistency of your values. Purpose asks for patience. Unlike popularity, which offers instant gratification, purpose builds slowly. It requires showing up, staying consistent, and making the hard choices. But its rewards are deeper. Purpose gives your life direction, meaning, and resilience. When storms come, and they will, it's your purpose that keeps you grounded. Applause fades, trends pass, but a meaningful life stands tall through it all. Stoicism teaches that we are to live according to nature, which means aligning ourselves with reason, virtue, and purpose. Not with what's trending, not with public opinion. The Stoic doesn't need to be seen to know they're on the right path. They don't shout. They walk in quiet alignment with their truth. They know that fulfillment doesn't come from the crowd, but from within. So, every day, make the choice to live on purpose. Not for noise, but for meaning. When you're tempted to post for validation, ask yourself, is this in alignment with who I am, or am I seeking applause? When you're faced with a decision that could earn you popularity but compromise your values, pause. Take a breath. Choose purpose. Don't worry if others don't understand your path. It wasn't meant for them. Your purpose is your own. And when you live it boldly, you inspire others to do the same, even if they never say it out loud. So rise, not with the aim of being seen, but with the intention of being real. Rise, not to impress, but to impact. Rise, not for the crowd, but for the calling within you. 5. The quiet power that sets you free. There is a kind of strength that doesn't need to announce itself. It doesn't come wrapped in bravado or boastfulness. It doesn't seek attention or demand recognition. Instead, it dwells in silence, in stillness, and in presence. This is the quiet power that sets you free. In a world full of noise, where reaction is often valued more than reflection, it takes immense courage to pause, to step back instead of lashing out, to breathe instead of barking back. Stillness, presence, detachment, these aren't signs of weakness. They're signs of someone who has gained mastery over themselves. When Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journal, what we now call meditations, he was practicing this kind of strength. Despite being an emperor facing constant war, betrayal from within his circle, and the crushing weight of responsibility, he remained composed. He chose reason over rage. He held his center in a chaotic world. That is power. True strength is the ability to remain grounded while everything around you tries to shake you. It's the decision to respond, not react. It's choosing clarity over chaos, even when chaos is screaming in your face. It's showing up with integrity when no one is watching, and choosing virtue over vengeance even when you've been wronged. Imagine this. Someone insults you. Instead of retaliating or defending your ego, you smile calmly and move on. That's not weakness, that's mastery. Because in that moment you weren't controlled by emotion. You chose your action consciously. That's detachment, not from life, but from the need to control how others see you. The Stoics understood that freedom doesn't come from the outside, it comes from within. You're free when your peace isn't dependent on people behaving a certain way. You're free when your happiness isn't attached to outcomes you can't control. You're free when your worth isn't tied to anyone's opinion, but your own. This isn't easy. It's a discipline. It's a climb. Growth is not a finish line, it's a lifelong journey. Every challenge you face, every time you resist the urge to lash out, every moment you choose integrity over impulse, you are growing. You are becoming. The struggle is not in the way. The struggle is the way. Every rise after a fall strengthens your character. Every setback teaches resilience. Every quiet victory, where you chose wisdom over reaction, adds a brick to the foundation of your inner fortress. And that fortress, it becomes your peace, your confidence, your power. You're not here to blend in. You weren't born to fit into molds that were never made for you. You're here to rise above, to live intentionally, not reactively, to cultivate strength that isn't about domination, but about presence, to walk with a quiet confidence that comes from knowing who you are. So hold your head high, not in arrogance, but in self-respect. Walk with intention, not to impress, but to embody purpose. Speak less, but with meaning. Chase less, but attract more by being grounded in your truth. This quiet power, it doesn't just set you free, it frees others too. When people see someone who doesn't need to prove themselves, who's calm under pressure, who doesn't get rattled by external chaos, they're inspired. Not by noise, but by the presence of someone who truly knows themselves. And that's what the world needs, not more loud voices, but more silent strength. If this message resonated with you, subscribe and stay connected. This path of inner mastery, of choosing meaning over noise and presence over performance, is a lifelong journey, and you don't have to walk it alone. Stand tall, live stoic, rise above,